carp.
I wonder
Just gonna
if
get that
because okay,
oh,
the
3 days ago.
the troll club has always been just garbage. We all know that. It's not really that useful, but making it impable, even if we imped it to, let's say, 90, does that change the
Ugh,
game at all?
disembarked again. Does it make it usable? I mean,
I mean, it's heavy.
I guess the problem is that you still need to imp it.
Well, you got to imp
It's
everything. So
heavy.
let's say you imp it.
Like the reason why it was so good before was that a new player could just pick one up off of a dead troll and now have a
Yeah.
40 quality weapon. But the thing is, nowadays you start with a 25 quality longsword, which is effectively a 50 quality weapon as it is. The shot club's so heavy, so I'm not sure how.
Because that would be interesting to think, like, can they make that item usable? Maybe, like, I don't know if it was an accident that they made it impable, but, or if somebody sat there and said, how do we make this club worthwhile? The players would actually want to use it. And their solution was, why don't we try to make it impable and see if that helps?
Rick says it's a nice lump of oven fuel or forge fuel.
It's like,
And
I don't know.
Cooper
like
has a good
90
idea. Allow it so you can bang nails into it, and then you can imp it.
Yeah.
Like a nail club.
I personally think if they wanted to make that usable, okay, so making it impable is a good start, but if you wanted to wormify the shod club, you would make it so that it is an item that you can then turn into like raw material, some sort of special troll wood material that is used for other things. Now it becomes an actual
Hold on. Back up.
resource that people want.
So we can take one at a time here. I like the idea of making a resource that you need to go hunt for. I like that. They need more of that in this game overall, I think. Not just for this troll shod club.
Yeah, it would be about turning this item that nobody wants into an item that everybody may want.
Wouldn't it have been easier to just give away the helm skin and let people apply it to their helmet of choosing? You mean are you talking about the demon?
The demon
helm?
skull? The demon helm thing?
And make it a skin? I'll be honest, I'm not like the biggest fan of these skins. Just the I mean, they're cool, but I'd rather it be like a different item, you know? As opposed to a skin that you apply to a regular item.
In the
that's
past,
just me.
I mean, we're talking about a seasonal item here.
Right. But they do have that new mechanism where they have weekly or monthly skins or whatever that you can purchase and apply to items.
I mean, both ways. I mean, it depends on what your end goal is, right? You trying to saturate the market into having these items. One thing that if I was a developer and I was looking at, well, you can apply this skin to any item. Well, now you know that in the future you will have certain types of, let's say, demon helmet that's more valuable than other demon helmets, and you might cause something that unintended that you can't think of that makes that item worth just way too much than it should have for an item that's just a fun, it's supposed to be like a fun little trinket that they're giving away for Halloween. Not really
And Hat
something
Goes
that's
saying, "Sorry, tuning in and seeing you say I don't like skins, but and your avatar is a skin." So not that kind of skin. I'm okay with Snapchat filters, that's for sure.
okay. Let's see if I can grab one of these guys.
It's more that, like, I
Oh,
like
that
the idea that the gifts that they give out aren't.
snake.
Oh yeah, you got a snake eye. Okay, it's okay.
Well, the
Snakes
snake has
have
a
really long
much,
aggro,
yeah.
so the
Anacondas are
scorpion
just
lost. Yeah.
crazy.
Let's take the snake now. Yeah, and Tuxie, you also would like to see them as separate items. It's just weird to me that I can take an item in the game and make it look like something else. And I'd much rather see it as something different, like a new item. Like they did with the Demon Helm, where that's its own item. And I do like the fact that, like, it's not steel. Like, some people are saying, why didn't you make it steel? And I think that the idea is that these gifts shouldn't be the meta. You know, they shouldn't just give out the best item that there is. I don't know.
Get these one-time items. You'd want them to be something that's a collectible, something that may be useful, but nothing that can at all debalance the game in any way, that can become a must-use or an epic item of the game.
I guess the argument for those skins, though, is that you can take your item that you use regularly and make it look how you want, thus customizing, giving you more customizability as to what you look like.
I guess the situation here is this. So skins are very much similar to, let's say, for, like, let's say you had your character, so you can put on any armor, but then there's some games that have that, what is that tab called? The tab that you can put armor on that makes you look
Right,
a certain way.
Right, like the cosmetic.
The cosmetic gear tab.
In other games, yeah.
And there's been some talk, like, should Wurm do something like that? And skinning is very similar to that. Make yourself or make an item look any way that you want.
Right.
And there's arguments to both sides on why, pros and cons to having.
And steel
it.
isn't the meta, but it's definitely better than iron. It has, like, in a sense, steel's better than most things, but I guess the meta would probably be like the moon metals and those things, right? Like, arguing for why isn't it steel is the same as arguing why isn't it a moon metal, I suppose. Obviously, it's getting more and more valuable as you move up the chain, but I guess the devs had to settle on something, and they didn't, like, making it iron, but it keeps it at a place where it's not going to be the top of the top. It's definitely not the bottom of the bottom either. Like, I was wearing a bear helm before this. This is definitely an upgrade to that.